This is a special podcast presentation from 700WLW.com. This is Casey Boland On Demand.
All right, the world of money. We touch base with Casey Boland this time of day with Hanghold Capital Management. And Casey, nobody likes to be average. And when it comes to things like driving, like most people, I believe I'm above average. And certainly I'm not alone in that regard.
You're right. Most of us think we're better than average. You know, we strive to be the best. And, yeah, there's a survey out there that says 80% of drivers say that their driving skills are above average. And, you know, I guess I feel that way too.
Yeah. And people tend to feel as though their future is going to be brighter than the average person's future.
Yeah, this is interesting. 85 to 90% of people think their future will be more pleasant and less painful for them than for the average person. So we're not lacking confidence here, which is fine, but overconfidence and striving to be better than average, well, it doesn't work so well when we look at investment results.
Yeah, you take a look at this over time, over a 20-year period. Was it the S&P that averaged about almost 10%?
Yeah, 10% versus the average stock mutual fund investor. According to Dow Bar Research, they earned just 5.2% over that time period, so they've left over 4.5% on the table. You can find the same thing with bond investors. They've trailed by 4.7% versus the average index.
I wonder if you polled those people if they actually think they did really well.
Well, I think you're right. I think a lot of people actually probably don't know how they've done, and then that's another problem in itself. But you're going to find that you're not going to have what you need when you get to retirement. And so this is a really difficult problem. And we tend to get in the way of ourselves where we hunt for the next star mutual fund, and we get caught up in seeing stocks like Tesla and others shoot way up, and we desire those returns.
When in many instances, you're better off just sitting on your hands or sitting on the hand that you've been dealt or you've chosen to have been dealt at that stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, achieving average results as an investor is actually quite good. It doesn't mean you put everything in the S&P because you're not going to be diversified enough. That may be too much risk, but you have to have a plan, understand what's going to make your plan successful. You got to be patient and stick with it, and those attributes, that will give you the best chance to be average, and you know what? That's better in being above average than everybody else.
I'll give you that. All right, Casey Boland, thanks so much. We'll do it again tomorrow, I vote. Come back and cap this award winner in just a couple. 700 WLW.